Hello and welcome back to the Pure UIM series. We're at episode 7 now. When we left off, I had just gotten the Tanzanite Fang from Zulrah to make the Blowpipe. And going into this episode, we are starting off with Demonics to get my final Zenite so that I can make a Amulet of Torture. And then after that, we're going to be doing some wieldy content. That'll be pretty exciting. I end up risking all of my stuff out in the wilderness to get a specific drop because I didn't feel like death piling for this grind. I did realize that I need 78 fletching to make the blowpipe. I only just realized that when the message told me that I needed 78 fletching. So real quick, I'm gonna clean up my bag a little bit and then I'm gonna just boost to make that blowpipe. So we're gonna start off with that. So to clean up my bag a little bit, I'm making some super restores. All I'm doing here is picking up these red spider's eggs at the Forthos dungeon, is that called? I think so. So I just pick these up and then I go to the GE and then I make the potions and then I can decant and note the potions with the herb guy at the GE. So I'm just making these 70 snapdragons into restores just to clear up that space in my bag. Alright, so now I am boosting my fletching level up with these the spicy stews so I can make the blowpipe. I got 73 real quick, so I just need a +5 and then I can make that. And there we go, got the blowpipe all made up, very nice. I only got adamant darts right now, which are pretty terrible, but eventually I will get the level to get amethyst darts. Okay, I just did my first trip at demonic gorillas in a very long time. It was pretty nice. I am doing a method where you use an alt to tank the gorillas, and then on the other account you can just kill the gorillas and they won't do any damage to you. It's pretty convenient. It's a little bit cheesy for sure, just because you know you're an Iron Man and you got an alt that's tanking all the damage. But I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I got my first 3 Zenites with the regular method of just killing them and taking their damage, and they just absolutely fucking shit on you with 1 defense. And I don't know, I find it kind of annoying, and a lot of people do this alt method, so I don't really care about the integrity of it. Yeah, sorry if you don't like that, but... Alright, I just got a light frame, that's the first drop of the grind. That's I think a 1 in 700 or 750 or something. So, yeah, not useful at all for me. If you don't know, 1 defense accounts can't use a heavy frame or like a heavy ballista, but we can use a light ballista. But I don't really think a light ballista is used for like anything PVM wise. Like I know people use it in PvP, but I don't think it would be useful for anything. Plus I would need a monkey tail, which is 1 in 1500. And I mean, pretty unlikely that I'll get one of those. I don't even have one on the log yet, so... basically, you know, I'm not gonna pick this up, but, you know, first drop of the grind, I guess. Alright, so this is gonna be the 300th kill since I came back, and no Zenite, so we are, I guess, officially dry on getting the 4th one, which is not a big deal because I got my first 3 pretty quickly, so I'm still in the positive overall for the grind. I'm at like 900 now. But yeah, we're finishing that trip. Got some D-skims I can sell at the Rogue's Den. This shop has like a pretty decent sell value for things. I think it buys things based off of their alch value, and then it does go down like at like a normal pace, but it's most other shops don't buy things at high alch value, so typically if you're selling something, it's helpful to go to Martin Thwaites' shop, or like, you know, some of the other shops that work the same way, which I think I think the store in Polnivnich, the like market or whatever, the general store, I think they also sell things for like alch value, or buy things for alch value. But yep, let's check out the board real quick. Yeah, we're at 945 actually. So I got my, I think I got my third Zenite at 644. So I think it was actually 301 KC. All right, got 2 hard caskets here. Oh, Black Dragon Mask. That's actually used for a clue, like a master or an elite step. But the issue with that is actually that you need to wear a Black D-Head body, which you need 40 defense for. So that would normally be good for that clue step, but on this account we can't complete that step because of that defense requirement. So not useful for us, but we can throw that in the house and maybe one day we can utilize that. And nothing from the second one. That's pretty expected, I guess. Alright, we're coming in with our 900th kill since we started this grind. Pretty unfortunate, going 3 times dry. I mean, that's, you know, more than it took me for my first 3, and now we're at like just over 1500. So not going super well for this final Zenite. Kind of makes me upset that I made the Suffering for Zulrah, but also like I did so many kills at Zulrah without a Suffering, and that shit just sucked. And I was just like, you know, trying to avoid getting a Suffering just for like a single boss, because I didn't think I was gonna need to kill 1700 Zulrah. But yeah, it was definitely worth making the Suffering. But now that we're here 900 dry on the final Zenite, I am pretty upset. Wish I could have just finished this grind earlier, but whatever. We are just chugging along. And yep, I guess I'll be back with the next KC milestone or the Zenite, who knows. Alright, so I got bored of doing demonics off task, and I decided to run some Slayer, since I still need to get from 87 to 93 Slayer for an occult necklace. I don't know, I kind of figured that like I could just start doing Slayer a little bit, and then if I get a Black Demons task, I could do demonics, and then that would be like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. But I got this Jad task here, so just gonna light this fucker up. Fuck you. And yep, easy peasy. New PB, but pretty fucking slow in the grand scheme of things. I think the master time is like 30 minutes. I did forget to record gambling the cape, but I did not get the pet. Obviously, otherwise I would have probably shown the gamble. But yeah, I would love to have this pet one day, because you can get the transmog for it by doing the 6 Jads challenge, and I think that'd be like a fun little trophy to have on a pure, is doing the 6 Jad challenge, especially without a T-bow. Doing it with the F-bow, it would fucking just take forever to kill them. It would be really hard, but it would be fun if we got that pet. But yeah, not today. Maybe before 93 Slayer though. Also, if you haven't yet, maybe consider subscribing or liking the video. It would mean a lot to me. Oh shit. So yeah, I got the final Zenite finally at just shy of 4 times rate. That was like 1150-ish, pretty much, that I had to kill. So that sucked. Definitely glad that I did the fucking alting method. I know that's, again, it's a little bit of a cheese to be doing this, but if I had to kill 1200 demonics the regular way with getting like fucking 5 kill trips, just because every time you take those off prayer hits, when you have to do like the 50-50 if you don't know what they're going to attack with, they just would hit me like a fucking 35 every time. So I'm glad that I did that alting method, because killing those things fucking sucks. So now I need to get 2 crafting levels so I can actually make the torture. So I'm just buying these chaos runes from the rune shop, and then using the Karamja gloves. I can sell them at the Tazar shop for a tackle, and then I use that tackle basically just to go, I go into Moral Wreck and I buy gems, and then you just cut those, drop them, hop worlds, and repeat. It's a very expensive method compared to something like doing seaweed or like, you know, charters. But it's pretty much the only decently quick method to do on a pure UIM, since like we're just, we have certain restrictions, you know, compared to other accounts. Like it's hard to stack up buckets of sand and seaweed, and then when I do that, I would have to make them on a furnace because I don't have access to the lunar spellbook to do super glass make. So yeah, this is really the only decent method, and it's not a big deal for me because I got so much money from going dry at CG for 1200 KC and then taking 34,000 shamans to get my Warhammer. I got a lot of GP from those grinds. So money's not like a huge concern, even though it is costing me a good bit of money here. I think I spent like 15 mil or some shit to get just these 2 levels. Actually, I have a friend who got 99 crafting doing this method, and it costed him like fucking, I think, 200 mil or something to get like the 13 mil XP or whatever. But I'm not going to be going for 99 crafting anytime soon. Probably not until I would, like maybe one day if I get defense, I would go for 99, in which case I wouldn't have to do this method because I could do a, you know, some type of seaweed super glass make method. But yep, gonna be back with the level up, I guess. Alright, and there's 93 crafting. Very nice. It's a little bit of a grind. I don't have as much time to play nowadays as I used to, so even though this wasn't too bad compared to like the 85 to 91 grind that I did, it definitely took me a good few days to get here. Alright, I just got the boost. That didn't take too many attempts. Hopefully it doesn't tick down before I get to the furnace. Sometimes it just like ticks down for some reason, like the timer overlay is wrong, but alright, we made it. We're chilling. Good shit. Now I just gotta go grab the runes to make it. Alright, I got the runes. Just kidding. Forgot the fucking cosmic. Yeah, cosmic. Boom. Enchant that shit, and there we go. Best in slot, melee amulet acquired. We're getting closer to not using the Fury for anything. Once I have the occult necklace, I will be dropping the Fury ornament kit, which sucks. I fucking love that thing. It's so cool. But I don't know, I can't help myself, you know, DPS is DPS, right? Even though the Torture is not a ginormous upgrade from the Fury in the grand scheme of things, you know, it's just, I don't know, man. There's only so much DPS upgrades you can get on an account like this, so it would feel wrong to just hold on to the Fury for no reason. But yep, next grind on the agenda is actually going to be the Elder Chaos Druid robes, because they just recently did the update where it's like the magic rework, and they gave magic damage percent to some of the robes. So it used to just be that you would get, I think, 2% from each of the ancestral pieces, adding up to 6 total. But now the ancestral robes give 3% each, adding up to 9, and then a select few other robes get 1% each piece. So I think it's Arams will give you 1% each, and then Mystics, or no, not Mystics, Infinity and Elder Chaos robes, which are the only 1 defense option of those. So that'll give me a max hit or 2 for Mage to get those robes, so definitely worth getting. Unfortunately, since we are a UIM, we need to get all 3 pieces so we can store it in our house and like take them out as we want. Otherwise, like if I only got the top and the bottom, I would just have to have them on me 24/7. I could never store them away. So even though the hood itself is like not really useful, it doesn't give a max hit in like basically any situations as far as I'm aware. It will be necessary so that we can store it. So I'm gonna go get ready to do that grind. So it took me a little bit to figure out exactly what I want to do with this grind, and also like certain aspects of it I didn't really understand. They updated the Elder Chaos Druids a little bit ago, so that they have these zombie pirates that attack them basically, and they're just like constantly fighting in this little area. And the old method for at least like defense restricted accounts, or just I guess anyone trying to get these robes in a convenient way, you would just kind of attack them with a long range weapon like a crystal bow from across the lava, and then they wouldn't be able to attack you or teleport you or anything, and they would just sit there and get killed by you. And it was a slow way to kill them, but it was you know, it was preferred because you wouldn't be in combat, so if anyone showed up you could just log out. And that's how most people used to do it. But now, at least as far as I'm aware, you can't attack them like that anymore. They will teleport you regardless. And the zombie pirates do like chip damage on you if you're 1 defense. I don't think they do like any damage if you're a normal account with like a decent amount of defense. But yeah, for 1 defense it's terrible, which I really don't know why they did this to this place. Like, I understand they don't cater content towards Iron Men, especially in the wilderness, but it just seems weird that the location where you get the best in slot 1 defense, like magic robes, is a location where there's monsters that only do chip damage if you have low defense. It seems a little counterintuitive, so I was just kind of struggling to figure out how to kill them without taking a ton of constant damage from the zombie pirates, because it's a multi-area, and like if I'm getting attacked by 2 or 3 of them at a time, they're just constantly hitting like 1 and like 1, 2, 3, 4 and shit like that every few ticks. So like I'm burning through brews at an insane pace trying to just kill these druids. So it took me a little bit to figure out what was going on and like what I should do. Initially, my plan was to like hide in a little nook, but again, they teleport you. So like whichever ones you're attacking, they just will teleport you out closer to them, and then that would cause me to get attacked by the zombie pirates. So I thought about getting the teleport anchoring scroll from the pirates, which makes it so you can't get, you know, teleported around by the druids. But that thing is pretty rare by itself, and that would be like adding, you know, like another 50% to the grind, like time-wise. So I scrapped that idea, and I kind of just came up with a method of like waiting for the aggro timer to run out. Basically, roughly the size of a chunk, you'll have like an aggression zone, and then if you stay in that area for 10 minutes, things will no longer aggress you. I'm assuming most of you guys understand how that stuff works. It's just like annoying. I don't like doing it. So I end up just bringing all my stuff out into the wilderness to kill these things. And it's not the best idea, gonna be honest. In my head, I was just thinking I'm in such low level wilderness, like the highest level I would be in will be like level 12 pretty much. And I figured like being a low level as a pure, not a lot of people would be able to attack me because most people that come here to PK are like higher levels anyway. So I don't know, I just figured, you know, unlikely I get attacked, and if I do get attacked, I could run south and then they would pretty quickly not be able to attack me because our combat brackets would not be close enough. However, you can't teleport out of here because they keep you constantly teleblocked, and it's a multi-area. So even though the type of people that are PKing here are typically solo PKing, maybe in a duo, they're, you know, like duo PKing. I just figured, like, unlikely that someone would be able to kill me. However, the potential was extremely high, because if a team of pures rolled by or some shit, they would just murder me immediately. Like, I would have no recourse, and then everything that I own basically would be gone. I would still have my Fang, because I was able to store my Fang in like this cold storage thing in the Perilous Moons, and then my Bofa I can put in the stash unit. So, like, you know, I wasn't going to be losing every single thing, but like I'd be losing all of my potions, my Blowpipe, way too much stuff basically. I'd lose a lot. So wasn't like the smartest idea, I guess, to be going into this grind with all my stuff, but I don't know. I didn't want to deal with death piling, and I figured I would have more DPS if I was able to use my Blowpipe anyway. And it did end up working out pretty well. I got rewarded for the risk that I was putting forward, and I got the Elder Bottom pretty quickly. Yeah, 97 KC, I got that first piece. And each piece is like 1 in 1,419. So you split that 3 ways, and what the fuck? What's math? That's 1 in 473 to get any 3 of those pieces. Oh my god. Yo, my fucking god. 2 out of 3. So yeah, after getting the first piece at 98 KC, I got the second piece at 216, and that's the top and the bottom, so that's the 2 pieces that I actually care about. So this grind is going insane. I'm still below the rate for getting a single piece, and I'm already 2 out of 3. And what happens next is even crazier. No shot. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. 236, what the fuck? 236 KC, and we are done with this grind. No dupes, half of the amount that you should be killing to just get 1 piece, and we got the full set. I am completely in disbelief. Definitely the luckiest this account's been, and I probably like the luckiest I've been on any item grind. Like, I've had really lucky pets before, but as far as like an item grind I went for, insane. I still gotta get the bottoms out of the bag, but now that we're done with the grind, I gotta rearrange my inventory and all that shit anyway. But alright, I duff banked and rearranged my shit, so I got the robes on. It looks so sick. That hood looks really weird. It looks like foreskin on a penis, not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm gonna wear the halo most of the time. Good thing it doesn't give a max hit, because if it gave a max hit, I would feel like I have to wear it. But yeah, so crazy that we just finished that so quickly. Doing this grind has kind of given me a bit of a taste for wildy content, and so I'm pretty sure in the next episode I'm going to be going for something else in the wilderness, which, if you know about the wilderness updates in the past like year or so, then you probably know what item I'm going to be going for. But that's for next episode. This episode, we are done. If you liked the video, I really hope that you leave a like and maybe subscribe. Next episode is going to be very cool, I think. Definitely not going to spoil it too much, but definitely one of the cooler grinds I think I've done. I didn't think it was going to be something that I would like, and it it surprised me. It made me very confident in my ability to stay alive in the wilderness, I guess. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed and have a great day.